Hello everybody, welcome to my latest video. So again, I'm looking at V-Rising. This is going to be a video about basically how to start the game. Now it's going to include a few tips, but it's not a tips video exactly. I don't just reel off a load of do this, do this, do this. This is definitely a gameplay video, but I do give a few pointers on how I think it's easiest to start the game. For example, what to collect, when to collect it, and things like that. So hopefully it's useful for you. If it is, please make sure you do let me know in the comments that it is, because it really does help me to identify which videos are wanted, which videos I need to focus on more, which ones I need to focus on a bit less. Before we go any further, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do so, because I am trying to grow this channel, as I've said before. And also leave a like on this video. It's really helpful for me, and the more likes I get, the more my videos are recommended. Well, anyway, less about that sort of thing and more about why you've tuned into this video. Let's get down to business. So I'm trying a different setup for my camera, so hopefully it's okay. Please do let me know in the comments if it isn't. But we're starting the game, so I can give some tips for new players, but also covering off the character customization section. So as you can see, you've got two different body types, male and female. You've then got different faces you can pick from, different hairstyles. When you pick your face, you can also pick your skin color. And again, when you pick your hair, you can pick your hair color. That does match the facial hair as well. And for accessories, I always go with these little wings. Now I'm going to call him Sanguinius. Okay, so Sanguinius, there we go. Probably spelt it wrong, but never mind. So I'm going to start in the crypt, the beginning area, and I'm doing that on purpose because although I covered it in my first look video, I do want to go into a bit more detail why I said to break everything. You have a look in the top left-hand corner, you can see that there are some objectives. Now, those objectives are essential for your character progression. There's no experience as such in this game. There is literally completing those objectives and leveling up your gear. And by leveling it up, I mean getting better items, in effect. You can't level it up as in experience. Again, there isn't any. Now, I did say break all of these pots in my first look, and the reason for that is, as you can see, you do find bones on the floor, and that is one of your objectives in the corner. But you do also find stone and wood, and those are really important when you first start building your base. Now, I'm not going to show you the entire section here. I am going to jump to outside, but just be careful if you do jump down there because you can't get back up. Anyway, I'll carry on here and I'll see you outside. Okay, now we're outside. So this is the cemetery area, and we still need to collect another 10 bones, but we have got 20 from inside that crypt, so that's really helped us. We should, by killing these two, oh, in fact, just by killing that one, we've got enough to finish that objective. I'm going to finish these guys off, and then I'm going to see if I can get any more stone and everything. Do you know, I didn't even know you could go into those crypts, so I'm not sure whether there are any more around here. Don't remember seeing any more of those around. But yeah, my first playthrough I didn't go into those, so that's me learning something as well as trying to show you guys something. So yeah, if you see those big square crypts, they actually contain stuff, so do open them. Right, there we go. Just grab that. Right, now make a bone sword and a bone ring. So this is where your gear score does improve, and you will see the number next to my health bar goes up as I make these. So that's now my level, because it shows your power level or your gear level rather than your character level, because your character itself does not have a level. If you take all of your items off, you will be 0 again. Which is quite an interesting way of doing it, to be honest. It's a very unique take on the experience system in most ARPGs. I mean, even things like Ark as a general survival game has experience where you level up and unlock engrams in that particular game. But this one, as I say, it's all based on the equipment that you are using, which kind of means your equipment is extremely important in this, and it's more important in this than probably any other game in either genre. So yeah, it's pretty decent. Okay, so that time when I did complete my objectives, it gave me a spell. So I have to hit enemies using Shadow Bolt. Now you don't have to hit different enemies, it can be the same one twice. So I'm going to hit this guy another time. There we go, that's completed that one. And it's unlocked a second spell slot. So I now need to counter enemies with that new spell that I've just been given. Now this timing can be really awkward because they do telegraph, but some of them don't telegraph quite as much, so it can be quite difficult to know. That being said, it was quite easy this time. Also, do gather plant fibre as much as you can as well, because that's going to be important as well. And as I said in my first look, please do remember to pick up the rats, because at least, I completely missed then, at least early game, you are going to need those to fill up your blood pool quite often. Yeah, I completely missed all of these my first playthrough. I have no idea why, but there we go. Okay. So our final objective in this area is to find a way from the graveyard. I called it a cemetery before, but basically the same thing. So although that is my objective, I am going to basically just wander around and try and find more resources in this particular area, because when you get out in the big bad world and you start creating your base, you will be using a lot of resources, so the more you can get in this area the better. Now the only problem with this area is the only blood source is the rats, so you will find, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner, my blood pool is dropping. Now as a tip, try and keep that as high as possible, because it is your regeneration. Even without using your healing spell, which you get for free when you start the game, so you can heal yourself whenever you want. It is a channeled skill, so you do have to stop doing everything, and it makes you vulnerable, so if you are going to use it, you have to make sure there's no one else around. But if your blood pool is still got blood in it, you do have a trickle heal, so it's like, I think it's about 1 HP every second or every couple of seconds. So it will drain your blood pool quite quickly. Now my blood pool is low anyway because I've just resurrected, so therefore I haven't eaten or drunk anything. But do try and keep that up. Well, I am going to carry on and do a bit more in this area, find some more resources, and then go to the exit, but I'm going to skip ahead so you don't have to watch all of that, so I'll see you soon. Okay, there we go, completed. I usually go for the East Farbane Woods, but I can imagine that the West Farbane Woods is no different, to be honest. So I'm just going to go the place that I always know. So I have completed my next objective. Now I need to craft some bone armor, in effect. I can only do the chest guard and the leggings at the moment because I need a lot of rugged hide. Now in the graveyard, that was the word they used. In the graveyard, there were no enemies who had hide. They were all ghouls or skeletons. So absolutely no way I was going to get it there. And out here there are creatures, so you'll find deer, you'll find wolves, you will find bears. All of those contain rugged hide. So we will be able to get that as we go through this particular zone. Again, just collect everything you possibly can. I mean, I would say if you really want to go all in on the building and making your base as good as you possibly can as quickly as you can, you need to complete your objectives really quickly, because up until a certain point you can't actually build a base. You need to unlock something called the Castle Heart, and once you've unlocked the Castle Heart, it will then allow you to build a base. But But before you even get to that stage, you really need the resources, because it does take an absolute ton. And even the bones are extremely important for your early base. I will explain why when we get to base building, but do collect as many plant fiber, stone, wood, and bones as you possibly can. So I'm going to go and find some creatures. Right, okay, so I found some wolves. These are quite quick. You can dodge them, or let's feed on him, because I've got frail blood at the moment and my blood pool's quite low. Now I've got 12% creature blood, and it completely refills your blood pool, which is really, really good. Now, I will do another video on the different types of blood and what that percentage means. But as it stands at the moment, anything under 25% is rank 1. 25 to 50 is rank 2. 50 to 75 rank 3. 75 to 99 is rank 4, and then I think 100% is rank 5. I believe that's how it works. But I will have to double check. But yeah, I will do another video on the actual blood pool and the different blood types and various things like that. So I've possibly got enough to do. Well, that was bad timing. Nope, don't want to feed on you. So yeah, I should probably have enough now, but I'm just going to go and get this wolf in front of me. Okay, 3 wolves. Great. Oh, and I think I might have bitten off more than I can chew. Ugh. Oh, 17. I'll have you instead. Still only rank 1, but it is a better one. I only have 17 health left. That's really not good. So, here we go. Put our healing spell on. So we heal 9 health per second, and you can see it's draining my blood pool. Not by much. It doesn't take too much. But even so, it is taking some of my blood pool. And the sun's coming up. So this is the bane of any vampire, the sun. Luckily in this game you do get some time. So you saw that almost laser beam from the sun. That's basically telling you that it's being targeted. Now when the screen goes basically pure white, then you start taking damage. Oh Christ. Those things are very high level, so don't try and fight one of those right at the beginning. I think they're about level 30, so you need gear score at least 27 to be able to take them on without instantly dying. So I should be, yeah, I can make the next 2 things, and that will complete that objective. That should hopefully, if I remember rightly, unlock the heart.
Recognize my power.
No, it doesn't. That's not good, so let's do the axe and the mace. So maybe this will unlock the heart. There we go. This next one is the one where it's the heart, and I need to collect wood, which I've now got my axes, so that'll be easier. And kill living beings to drain their blood essence. So I need another 15 blood essence. And I can see a wolf. Let's go get the wolves. Wolves is. %42 is much better. You can see that it also clears the blood pool vial, so instead of having black going through it as well, it's a lot clearer. There is still some clouds of black, but when you actually get really high percentage, like 98 or 100 for instance, it's a really nice red colour. So it's an attention to detail that I actually really like. But from a tips perspective, obviously not important in the slightest. But yeah, getting your percentage up is important, and we're now looking at having a tier 2 blood, I believe. I think that's how the numbering system works. There's 5 tiers and there's 100%, so it seems to make sense that it's in 20s maybe, actually. So maybe it goes from 80 to 100 is tier 5. I'll have to check. I will have to check. So that creature that I just saw back there, I wanted to finish my sentence before I mentioned it. That was the thing that I mentioned in my first look video, and it's called a corpse pile. They are level 36, so unless you've got a power of 30 or above, I mean, I think I got one at power 27, but it was really hard, and it did kill me a number of times. But yeah, unless you've got a power of like 30, it's just ridiculous. They take no damage whatsoever. And they do spit skeletons out all of the time, so you're fighting an army, in effect. It's like a necromancer in Diablo. So yeah, not fun at all. Now, the fact that we've got those man-eating plants and that corpse pile over on the plateau that I would normally build my base, I'm going to build it on this one instead. Now, when you build a base... Oh, we've got some poachers. Take out any creatures like that or any people like that as soon as you can, because they can, of course, cause you some very big problems. Now, sometimes, depending on your playstyle, you might want to go for a lower tier of blood or a lower percentage blood if it's the right type. So that would, for instance, have got me... human blood, so it would have been better than the creature blood I'm currently using. So that's the castle heart. Get out of the sun, Stuart. We put the essence in to basically power your castle. Now, I have got a lot of clearing to do because I need to build floors around this heart to protect it and to give me space to build everything else. So I'm going to clear this area. You guys don't need to see that. And once I've cleared the area and laid the floors, I will come back to you. So see you shortly. There we go. Done. That's the last one. And now we can put our palisade walls around. So these aren't actually castle walls. These are just walls that go around a compound. You don't have the ability to build castles straight away. I'll finish this before I claim that reward. Objective reward.
This will not work.
Got to knock this part down as well. So my next one is wooden coffin, small chest and a mist brazier. So I mentioned before that we need bones, and I was going to explain that when I came to base building. Now, first and foremost, we'll put my coffin down. This is your spawn point, in effect. It has no other purpose other than a spawn point. You can sleep in it, but when you sleep in it, it doesn't change the time of day, which is very weird, and I'm not quite sure why not. But yeah, it doesn't change the time of day at all. Now the mist brazier, when you put your bones in it, I don't know whether you can see, but there is kind of like a creeping dark circle across the floor. That is blocking out light. And that is how you can survive in your roofless compound through the day. Now, it didn't quite reach this corner, so I basically need to build another one and split my bone pile between the two. We go. And then we'll have enough mist in this area to stop us from burning during the day, because that's the last thing we want, is to go to our own base and start burning throughout the day. So put a chest down, empty out anything that you're not going to use permanently into that chest. That's put us up again. So construct a small sawmill and a simple workbench, and level up our gear at the crafting station to get to level 20. So let's dump all of our excess stuff in here. We need wood, plant fibre and stone for most of the construction of things, so we'll leave that there. Don't forget to rename your chests as well, because there's nothing worse than when you've got 15 chests not remembering what's in each of them. Eventually you will unlock chests that have special contents. So for instance, you'll have a chest that's specifically for materials, and that's things like copper ore, copper ingots, wood, stone, planks, bricks, all of that sort of thing. They will all automatically go in when you press the quick transfer button, which is R3 on PlayStation. You also get ones that carry gems as well, because you do find gems in this game, and all of those just make it a little bit simpler to organize. You can still rename the chest, but it does specifically say the material on the top anyway, so it will say small material chest, for instance. So we need to get a load more wood for the sawmill, to build it, and also to then turn into planks within it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'll just get this last one. I could go all the way around the outside, but that's going to be very dull for you guys again. But if I can just do this, then I put the sawmill and the simple workbench down. There's the sawmill. We go. Oh, there we go. So, and now we need planks. So we stick a load of wood in here and it automatically starts making planks. Well, there we go. I thought I'd end on a quick look at my castle that I'm creating in my main playthrough game. So I have two games. I have one for my videos and one for my main playthrough. You can see the sorts of buildings that you start to be able to create, and when you start getting to this level, it feels absolutely amazing. You don't need your mist braziers or anything like that, and all of these things unlock as you complete those objectives in the top left hand corner, so it's extremely important to do so. Now, as a game, I probably will do many more videos on this. I really do enjoy it, and I think that it's as I said in my first look, it's probably got the best combination of ARPG and survival of any game I've ever known. So there we go. I don't know what else I can say. I will be making more, but if you've enjoyed it, please make sure you do click the like button, subscribe if you are new here, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. You all take care. Bye for now.